even if they're a bit raw. Whereas you can't do them on a computer. If you want to change a story in a hurry, you whip one out, just whack the other one in. Get on that dog and bone. It doesn't die, like computers do occasionally. Little bits and pieces. So that's what they're actually looking at, and then they just look up and find their spot again. Some newsreaders will always refer to their scripts. Sometimes they've got to read a name like Mr. Edwin Brack. Oh, look at that. And we use paper because if we've got a big chunk that we've dropped out, we can actually chop it out of paper and stick it together.
Yep.
Which is a lot quicker than a computer can ever do it. I've taken away the light source. You can sit there if you like. $1800 6 o'clock. When we do the news, we've actually got 2 cameras there for Peter, and when we do sport, there's one over here. So you can actually set your watch to it if you. The first frame of that news should be 6 o'clock double up. I'm not boring you, am I? So I can control it. Main reason why we haven't gone to computer is they like to mark their scripts up. Oh yes, live. Oh. The scripts are computer generated. It'll be going to air very soon. Oh, hello, Peter. We've recently gone to an electronic prompting system, which is that. It's off a computer. But we also use paper. So the newsreader's always got paper in front of them.
Yeah.
So if this, heaven forbid, touch wood, stops working, they can always go back to the script. Oh.
No, English would ruin the whole thing. Let's try it again in Esperanto.
It's a pretty fancy lighting system, as you can see. It's basically right around. Oh, we've got lots of toys up here. So you can't be in too much of a hurry. This is about your softest lighting that you'd ever get anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, right, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We've just recently changed to this desk. Do you know anything about chroma key?
Nope.
Blue screen, matte, or chroma key. We call it chroma key here. We can change people's faces without changing their clothes colour and all that business.
Mm.
I control everything here. Electronic cutout and that. So all we're adding in is basically this side. I'll turn the lights off. I'm getting a suntan. What I might do, I'll just move my office. Oh, wonderful. We don't have to explain much here. Ah, that's a problem. The writing's on the wall. But always when we get a setting there, it just needs to be just fine-tuned. The tape measure came in very handy because the distance between the newsreader and the background and the newsreader and the camera had to be organised. And we can do that so if you look at the news, it's much sharper, it's not out of focus like that is. So we all run around like little gnomes in here. So so that's why we can do that. This is the $2 tour. Whoever's doing the weather stands in front of that blue screen. That is a standard sort of blue screen, right? But that doesn't look, that's actually got an image on it, but it's the one tone. All the greys and the blues and whatever are all the same tone. So the camera sees it as one tone, so we can key it. Lots of light from all around. He's always got a script in front of him in case something does happen. So very, it's very nice lighting. there's a little room called master control, which is the nerve centre of the whole place where everything basically goes in and out from. There's no way we'd ever use the full potential of those cameras, but it's very, very good in this situation where you've got a presenter sitting there for half an hour. We used to have all these 5,000 watt lights, 4 of them, so you're ringed by these lights, and the poor old newsreader was sitting right in the middle it's like a pressure cooker. It's a remotely controlled camera and they can go to air reasonably quickly. Now, oh, there's no lighting here! Oh, is this... Hang on. Is there a headphone volume here, or is this a... Ow. What sort of owl do you want? Oh. Oh. I fiddled with something up here. How was that? Well, what are you doing in here? I need to see somebody. Oh. 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 Stop that. Hang on, I've got to psych myself up. Oh, I can't go. Oh. Well, you should record it in the studio. Oh, Can I think of Telstra? Now, there's this story about Telstra Big Pond. I'm psyching myself up. Oh! Oh! I can't do it on demand. Hang on, I'm trying to work out how to go. Oh. 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 Oh, what are you doing? Oh, thank you. Good night. Bye. Oh! Oh, what are you doing? What do I speak into? Which headphones? But if it's a new problem that's cropped up which no one's ever thought of, it's usually, a few words and then let's fix it, guys, Providing I was told what was going on, sometimes I hadn't, which is a bit embarrassing to. People at home would have known that there's been a problem. Obviously something hasn't come up or he's popped up in the middle of the story or whatever. This little curly goes over your lug hole and goes into your ear, and it goes onto a little the old hearing aid type thing. I don't know where to start. It depends on what the problem. If it's a problem that's happened before, that's a bit of a problem. But it's live and things do happen. Sydney tend to play the story and say, well, that was the story about that, and roughly, and back announce the thing and say, oh, well, let's go and try the next story. But that's a bit funny. Well, they can pull a key in there and say, all hell's broken loose, go to a commercial break or something, and that's something they can't do at the ABC. They can't go to a commercial break. They can't have 2 minutes to get themselves together. That's in the worst scenario.
Will big kisses lead to big romance?
We could finally,
Two people, that good looking, well, they deserve to have bad sex.
It could be 40 degrees outside and we have about 20 degrees. Are you with us? Like, have you ever been to a television station or a theatre? They've usually got big, heavy lights and they're hot and the blonder your hair goes, the more hair you'd lose because it's actually reflecting back. We used to have a lot of problems with John Farnham.
Alright.
Really, really blonde hair.
John Farnham.
But luckily he didn't come up here. But in Studio 9 you could take them right away from the blue or green screen, so it gets away with it. So that's it. So that's it. that's it. So that's it. But if you've really got a problem, we use a bright green. That's the on here lights, which turns off the bug zapper. You come up right on the telly, what are you? Yeah, look at it. I can't do it on demand. But if you're going to use chroma key and you've got large curly hair, or you see through it, it'll actually key out most of your hair. Do you know anything about chroma key?
Nope.
Blue screen, matte, or chroma key. We call it chroma key here. Change people's faces without changing their clothes colour and all that business. So that's it. So if you're combing your hair, you get used to combing your hair, whereas if you look at that, you're actually going the other way. So the fluorescent lights that you got at home are basically all blue or daylight. So we use the reddy colour. So there's virtually no heat coming off that, which we love because by the time we finish the news, we're all still, not dripping with sweat and stuff. Cool lights. These are fluoros. We have flies coming up on the lift, you see, and they said, oh, this is nice and cool in here. Hang on, I'm going to go for a laugh. Hang on, I'll look at that, right?